Hey guys, today we've got something very exciting in store for you. Porn stars. Ever heard of them? Yeah, it's that wildly successful reality television series that airs on a digital cable and satellite television network called History. Porn Stars is an American reality television series which is filmed in Las Vegas, where it narrates the daily events at the world-renowned Gold and Silver pawn shop. The series shows staff's interactions with customers that are there to either sell or pawn different artifacts. The series became the network's highest-rated show and #2 reality show, only behind Jersey Shore. The cost of items sold to the pawn shop are dependent on many factors, like the rarity, quantity, and condition of the items. But one factor that the porn stars have taken advantage of many times is how desperate the customers are to earn the quick bucks. And that is exactly what we're going to show you today. 3 times the porn stars seriously cheated customers. Let's get stuck in. In at number 3, we have the gold coins. One day, a woman named Jennifer Beckman came to the gold and silver pawn shop with a few extremely valuable gold coins. She got herself a deal exactly priced at $12,375. But later, there was a twist in the story. The lady had stolen those gold coins from her uncle, Mr. Walter. The story got media attention when there was a criminal complaint filed by the state of Nevada that the coin collection of David Walters was stolen from his home by his niece. This was of no use for the poor old man, as the pawn shop had already melted the gold coins to make the most out of the gold. Coming in at number 2, we have the Yasusugu Samurai Sword. Corey's negotiation on a 15th century samurai sword is perhaps the most appalling example of deceiving the customer. The sword has an 80% rarity and it comes under the category of military and weapons. David, who was a lawyer by profession, came to the gold and silver pawn shop pretty much unprepared for a negotiation. He said that the sword was pledged as security from one of his clients who later failed to return in order to claim it. Corey was a bit skeptical about the genuineness of the sword since the seller was out of town, which is why he initially proposed an overall underwhelming offer of $800. However, the naive lawyer got super hyped after hearing the offer, as he later said, and we quote, "When he offered me $800, I wanted to jump and do a dance, but I had to keep my cool because the price was still going up." They settled at a price of $1,500, which seemed like a fine deal for the seller, but it was later found that just before the haggling started, Corey accepted, via backroom confessional, that he'd seen these swords sell for thousands of dollars. Doesn't this make his opening offer of $800 a bit hysterical? Turns out the sword was exactly what the seller claimed it to be. The expert determined the sword to be worth around $5,000 to $6,000 in its current condition. After a restoration of $3,000, the sword jumped up to a mind-boggling price of $15,000. As the expert stated, you can tell by the signature on the blade that this is a real Yasusugu sword. You should be able to get 15 grand for this at auction. Quite a profit there.
Well, you're lucky on this one too. It's actually signed. So, it's full signature here, and the sword is got some good age to it.
And lastly, we come to the Godfather Screenplay signed by Al Pacino. The last one that falls in this list is a seller, Diane. Diane claimed to have a copy of the Godfather Screenplay signed by Al Pacino. The handwriting expert was called in and he confirmed that it was indeed Al Pacino's signature. He also suggested that it was worth around $1,000 to $2,000, but Rick offered her $500 for the book, saying he is offering less because it's not an original screenplay. She refused, saying, "Now that we know it's Al Pacino's signature, a fundraiser would probably net more money than that." And to everyone's surprise, she was right, as she auctioned the screenplay for $12,000. However, after the auction ended, producer Al Ruddy stepped forward, saying it was actually him who signed the screenplay, which makes Porn Star's evaluations completely wrong. But we bet Diane would feel that she made the best decision of her life by going to the pawn shop.
$500, I think it's a fair price.
So $500 is the best you can do? You can't shoot any higher than that?
I told you it's the best offer I can do. It really is.